Welcome back to more Tsukihime. Day 8, Death. If you thought I was overthinking stuff before, in the CO route, oh boy, you love the end of last part with Ark. Yeah, she went into her bloodlust, I guess seeing Shiki's blood. I still wonder why Shiki started bleeding, so I guess that's a separate thing. But yeah, I honestly forgot Ark bloodlust resistance, trying to resist that is a thing. I do remember that from the CL route, but yeah, forgot about that. White. The color white summons an old memory. Something forgotten. Ribbon? Something I was supposed to forget. Something my father commanded me to forget. A hot summer day. A blue sky and large columns of summer clouds. The wafting breeze and the droning voice of the cicadas. The voice of cicadas. Chirp. Cicada sounds. So loud I want to die. Cicada shells are lying in the clearing. As if the sun is right by my side, the clearing is roasting. A hot midsummer's day. As if the entire world became a frying pan. Akiya is crying. Akiya, who would always obediently stay close behind me, is brimming forth with tears. A child lies collapsed at her feet. His white shirt is painted red with blood and he doesn't move at all. I'm looking down at that. My hands are red just like that child on the ground. No, that's not it. These hands are red with the blood of that child. Akiya, the adults are coming. After seeing this sight, their expressions change rapidly. What in the... The adults take Akiya away. The child lies there, dead. In the distant sky, the white clouds. I'm left alone, staring at the sky. Excuse me. I'm left alone, staring at the sky, aimlessly. Did you kill him? The adults are yelling at me. They shout my name, the one who killed the child. Those two syllables, shouting as if they went crazy. Just those two syllables. Shiki! Those adults call me Shiki as my hands are stained in red. There you go. Whoa! I feel like I just saw an old familiar dream. I opened my eyes. I'm in my room. After that, after losing consciousness by the mansion wall, it seems like I somehow made it back here. My thoughts still aren't coming together. I remember the whirling events of last night. That man wrapped entirely in bandages, and how he could see lines just like me. After he was impaled by those swords, his body burst aflame, and with the voice that sounded like his dying curse, he ran off. After that, I can only remember things vaguely. The figure on top of the streetlight. That figure that saved me that seemed to resemble Ciel Senpai. Yeah, right. That can't be true. No way. I finally wake up. Putting on my glasses, I get up in bed. The clock says it's past 8. Normally, I would have long since eaten breakfast by now, but today's a school holiday. Well, no school means nonsense is gonna happen today. Not that it wouldn't anyway. Hisui isn't here? The figure of Hisui standing before the door like a shadow was nowhere to be seen. Well, that is odd. I'm sure she came here many times to wake me up, but I never did, so she probably went off to do other duties. Okay. Fair enough. I let out a deep breath. After I parted with Archimedes last night, the events afterwards were beyond my comprehension. That bandaged man and that figure that helped me, they're just not things I can understand no matter how much I try. Whatever the case, I have to meet Archimedes tonight. She has to be able to give me some answers. I'll talk to her about all these strange things, but for now I have to just return to my normal life or I'll go crazy. Alright, first things first. Time for breakfast. People can't do anything on an empty stomach after all. Checking the sleep from my body, I go to the sitting room. On the second floor east wing hallway, I see a dark uniform. It's probably Hisui. It seems like Hisui was leaving Akiya's room. I guess we'll run into each other anyway, so it won't hurt to give a greeting. Hey, Hisui. I call out to her. Hisui realizes I am here and quietly walks over to me. Good morning, Shiki-sama. Yeah, morning. Sorry for just waking up whenever I felt like it. I apologize as well. I should have been there when you awoke. Please forgive me. Hisui silently bows her head. Being apologized to like this after I left in the middle of the night and managing to get back to my room, I suddenly feel like the worst person in the world. There's no need to apologize. I didn't wake up at the usual time, so it's my fault. It's okay if you want to voice your complaints. Voice my complaints? I don't think anyone's told her that before. Yeah, my friend always says I'm always a lazy bum, and he always tells me an occasional whack to my back is good to set me straight. Hisui stands there thinking silently. As she stares at me. Excuse me. It's like that for about a minute. She doesn't even blink, but just stares at me. I knew forcing Hisui to do such an ordinary thing would be impossible. Don't worry about, just forget it. More importantly, I'm kinda hungry. Is breakfast ready? Nessan went outside. Your breakfast is ready in the dining room. Oh, in that case I'll go have some food. Sorry to bother you while you were working. After saying a quick goodbye, I head downstairs. It's probably going to be a thing in Hisui route. Just getting her to say what she's really feeling, or don't like not to repress how she feels in situations like those, and be able to scold Shiki and see what's really going on with her. After breakfast, I return to the sitting room and come face to face with Hisui. Ah, that was good. Thanks for making such a great breakfast every morning. I bring my hands together in thanks. Preparing meals is Nessan's duty. If you wish to compliment the meal, please tell Nessan instead. That's true, but your duties are really completely separate? Such as like today when only I slept in, I thought you might make it. Shiki-sama, are you saying the breakfast was not to your taste? Her words are so off topic it's troubling. Does she think I was saying I wanted her to make breakfast because the breakfast tasted so bad? That's not it. Even cold Kawaku-san's cooking is delicious, but I like it when it's warm. And it'd make me really happy if I got to taste your cooking, Hisui. I cannot do that. Shiki-sama, I refuse to cook for you. Her eyes suddenly take on a challenging look. Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't want to force you to do anything you don't want to do. You do so much for me already. Still silent, she faces me as if she wants to say something. What could it be? Is it something that's difficult for her to say? What's wrong, Hisui? Did I do something bad without realizing it again? Hisui shakes her head no. She just stands there silently. Then I'll go back to my room. If you need me, please call for me. Oh. Then I'll go back to my room. If you need me, please call for me. Later, I say as I start to walk out of the room. But before that, Hisui walks towards the lobby. Shiki-sama. This may be impolite, but I wanted to fulfill your request to the best of my ability. Huh? She looks directly at me. This morning, I came to realize how powerless I am. 7 times. I called out 7 times, but there was no response. Is this acceptable? 7 times? What do you mean? I guess too Shiki to wake him up? I'm totally lost as to what she wants to say. She turns around. Say it candidly, I think you are very dense, Shiki-sama. Wait. Hisui disappears into the lobby with her footsteps trailing in the air. Huh? Left by myself, I blurt out stupidly. After thinking to myself for a while, I finally realized that she was complaining to me. It's okay if you want to voice your complaints. I said that earlier. That was my request? Yeah, there's no mistake. Hisui was thinking about it the whole time and was waiting for me in the sitting room just to tell me. Well, that is a complaint, but she said it, but saying dense is a little too blunt, right? I don't really want to think it, but does Hisui really hate me? I guess she did do that. Hopefully it made her feel a little better. I go back to my room, but I don't really have anything to do there. Thinking about what I should do next, I decide to walk around the mansion I haven't explored in 8 years. I arrive at the lobby. Come to think of it, I was always getting yelled at for playing in the mansion as a kid. I'm no kid anymore to play in the mansion, and my old man is also gone. I used to get so excited just walking the hallways when I was a kid, but now I don't feel anything at all. For some reason, I aimlessly wander around the mansion to confirm my childhood memories. The hallway stretches quite a long distance. When I was a child, I believed this hallway would go on forever. The mansion seemed as large as a castle, and every day I would walk a bit around the mansion and carve my name on the wall, the pillars, or the floor. It was sort of a game I would play with Akiya to see who could take over the mansion. Saying that wherever I put my name became my territory, it really was just the two of us walking around the mansion and carving our names here and there. Huh. Oh, here. Still here. On the handrail by the stairs is carved the name Shiki. It was probably because of these games that my old man forbade us from playing inside the mansion. Anyway, if I look closely, I can see both my name and Akiya's all over the place. Spacious mansion. Well, I used to think it was like a giant castle, now it almost seems like an abandoned haunted house. Because I've grown up since then. Akiya and I were not the Tono Akiha and Tono Shiki that we were then. Well, you're certainly not. I go outside. Come to think of it, most of the time we spent playing was in the garden. Since Akiya was obedient to that old man, unlike me, she could only play outside for about 30 minutes a day. And still, she usually just stayed behind us, watching and listening. Huh. She would energetically run out with us and compete with us in whatever games we would play. Perhaps her personality stems from those times? She might have suppressed herself in front of that old man. But still, Akiya's changed too much since then. Maybe these 8 years were a longer time than I thought. 8 years is a long time. Especially that period of development for growing up. I go to the courtyard. Outside, the walls are also inscribed with names. Shiki, Shiki, Akiya, Shiki, Akiya, Shiki, Akiya, Shiki, 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 Shiki. The ratios are like that, and the name Shiki appeared far more times. I suppose Akiya was just a girl, so she couldn't keep up with the boy. Jeez. It would have been better if I held back a bit. Cursing myself from that time doesn't change the number of my scribbles. If this was the case, I probably made Akiya pretty angry considering how much she hates losing. I see. Maybe she's taking it out on me now. I'm sure she's not the kind to do that, but if she did, that's a little cute. I'm an older brother stupid for his little sister. Yeah, I really am. Well then. With a nostalgic, peaceful feeling, I stroll through the courtyard. Oh, Hisui? As I come to the rear courtyard, I see Hisui's figure from behind. Hisui doesn't realize I'm here. What is she doing? Going into the woods like that? Oh my god, again? Wait, what is she doing out here? It's the same thing from the Ciel route. What are you doing, Hisui? A bit curious, I follow her from a slight distance. And where Hisui headed to, there seems to be a small clearing, and I bet she won't be there when you get there. Huh? There's a clearing in that place? Tilting my head to the side, I try to remember, but for some reason my memory is a bit vague. In the forest of the mansion, I can see a clearing as if the trees were cut there. No, can see is not quite right. If you walk by normally, you probably would never notice it. If Hisui didn't walk there, hidden enough by the surrounding trees as it is, I would never have noticed even if I lived here all my life. Was that always there? If it was, we probably played there as kids. To say the least, I don't remember ever playing with Akiya in the clearing. I feel like I've never been there before. After thinking for a bit, I decide to go into the clearing. The clearing doesn't strike me as anything out of the ordinary. I don't see any sign of Hisui. What's this? It's just an empty place. I walk to the middle. It really is just an empty space. A perfectly level open ground. The deep woods enclosing the area. My bleeding wound. The voice of the cicadas. And the strong summer sunshine that feels like it could dissolve. Eh? Summer sunshine? Ouch! The wound on my chest starts to hurt. It's like stabbing. This pain that feels like a kitchen knife stabbing my chest. Insert cicada sounds here. What is this? From somewhere I can hear the voice of cicadas. But it's autumn now. The summer sunshine bathes everything in white. Columns of summer clouds in the far sky. I can practically see the voices. At my feet, discarded shells of cicadas. Discarded shell. Someone's discarded shell. My wound opens. My chest becomes painted a dark crimson. Black vermilion soaks both my hands. Someone's crouched silhouette. The approaching footsteps of a young girl. The columns of clouds in the far sky. The approaching footsteps of a young girl. The discarded shells of cicadas. Then, in front of me, the crying face of Akiya, who is drenched in blood. Ah, voices which try to pierce my eardrums, voices of the cicadas. My chest hurts. I feel sick. My wound is healed a long time ago. Why does it hurt so much? It's like Harry's scar. My chest is broken. The old wound opens. Blood flows forth from the opening. What is this? My wound, it hasn't healed at all. It hurts. I'm scared. This is the impulse called death. Impulse is the right word. My consciousness sinks. My wound hurts. My body collapses to the earth with a large thud. Shiki whited out. I can hear voices talking. Akiya-sama, are you not going to call for a doctor? Don't be stupid, Hisui. There's no way I could do that since Nisan's wound isn't normal. Akiya and Hisui are talking. This is Shiki's room. Yes, it is. It looks like I am sleeping in the bed. I plan to say yo and get out of bed, but I can't move at all. My chest doesn't hurt anymore, but my body feels as heavy as lead. All I can move are my eyes and mouth. Just what in the world were you trying to do, Hisui? You know not to let Shiki go near that place. Please, forgive me. This can't be solved by apologizing. You were assigned to serve Nisan to avoid this kind of situation. So what were you doing? Completely different from her usual manner, Akiya gives full vent to her anger. In comparison, Hisui is accepting the scolding, looking down silently. I'm not sure how this all came about, but I can at least tell that Hisui is being yelled at because of me. Answer me, Hisui. What were you doing and where were you all day long? Hisui doesn't respond. The air grows tenser between them. Biting her lip, Akiya takes a step towards Hisui. Even I can understand that Akiya intends to hit her. Hisui seems to know this as well, but she just stands with her head hung in shame, ready to receive it. Hold on, Akiya. That's right, caught you red-handed. Nisan, you're awake? Yeah, you were so loud I woke up. Akiya looks away uncomfortably. Hisui still keeps looking down, not even trying to look at me. You know you shouldn't let it out on Hisui. I don't know the circumstances, but this has to do with me collapsing, right? It's not her fault, I just collapsed on my own. I strained hard and somehow managed to lift the upper half of my body off the bed. But that's all I can manage, and I don't think I can even move an inch more. But since Hisui is depressed, I have to force myself to act as fine as possible. Honestly, getting into a fight over me. Even if you look like an adult, you're still a child. But you completely fainted, Nisan. You were out for more than 10 hours and nothing like this has happened before. If you never woke up, what would I have done? Idiot, don't say things like that. Wasn't this just anemia? Huh? It's 10 o'clock already. Yes, you were unconscious since noon. She speaks hesitantly. I wasn't worried about me, but my promise to meet with Arcueid in the park at 10 o'clock. Oh no, I have to go. Akiya, I have to go, so I'll leave the rest to you. Don't bully Hisui, okay? Don't say such stupid things. I won't ask where you go every night, Nissan. I won't ask, so please at least tonight, take it easy on your body tonight. I'm okay. This is pretty regular. When I was in middle school, I used to collapse twice a day. You know that, right, Akiya? That's why I'm more worried. Nissan, please listen to what I say, at least just for tonight. She looks me in the eye with a serious expression. I can't abandon her. I'm happy she's so worried about me. But I can't break my promise with Arcueid. Yesterday she waited 3 hours for me. That's not the whole reason, but with just my usual anemia, I don't want her to keep on waiting. Alright, I'll go to sleep for today. Saying that, I lie down. Really? You're not going to sneak out of the room later? Hey now, do you think I could sneak out in this shape? Yes, come to think of it, that is true. Akiya breathes out and visibly relaxes. Hisui, tell Kohaku that Nissan is awake. Nissan, what about dinner? Oh yeah, no, tell Kohaku-san I'm sorry, but I don't think I can eat right now. I'm just going to go to sleep. I understand. Then Hisui, tell Kohaku that. Still looking downcast, Hisui nods and leaves the room. Oh Hisui, don't feel bad. Not your fault. I don't know what you were doing, but not your fault. Or, I don't know. Then I will go back to my room. If anything happens, please call for me. No matter what time it is, I'll come right away. Akiya turns off the lights and leaves the room. Sorry, Akiya. Saying that, I lift myself up. Youch. Just lifting myself up causes my consciousness to swim. This isn't like my normal anemia. I know that, but I can't keep Arcueid waiting forever. Knowing her, even if I left her there, she'll wait forever. I wobble to my desk, take my knife out of the drawer and put on my jacket. Dang, like this I really won't be able to sneak out. I have to gather up my strength just a little more until I can at least run comfortably, or Hisui will find me and take me back to my room. Sorry, Arcueid. It looks like I'll be even later than last night. I sit down on the floor. 1 hour. If I rest for another hour, I'm sure I can leave. Oh no, you're just gonna keep sleeping. I know how that works. Oh, I make it to the park before midnight. There you go. In the end, even after waiting an hour, my body still hadn't recovered, so it took me an hour to get there. I bet she's not gonna be here. I pant heavily. As my chest heaves rapidly, I look around me. Night hangs over the park. Near the place we decided to meet, there's a white figure standing. Oh, okay. I honestly thought she would be in trouble or something. I knew she'd be waiting. I let out a large breath. It seems like Arcueid notices I'm here. She walks straight towards me. Hey Shiki, it's already 2 hours past the agreed time. What were... She cuts off as soon as she sees my face. Hey, what's wrong, Shiki? Your face is so pale and I can't even sense life in you. This isn't normal. Yeah, my anemia acted up again. It happens like that every now and then, nothing to be surprised about. More importantly, sorry for making you wait for 2 hours. No, I really don't mind, but Shiki, for you to come out in your condition is just weird. Even though she was really angry earlier, now it seems she's really worried. Made a promise, didn't I? I said I'd help you, so I'm not going to skip out on you. That makes me happy, but Shiki, you don't seem to understand your body at all. You don't need to tell me that, Arcueid. I've been carrying this recurring anemia for 8 years now. I'm pretty sure I understand my body. No, you don't understand how unstable your life is. I sensed it earlier, but now I know clearly. Shiki, you're always standing close to death. I don't know if it's a reaction to your mystic eyes of death perception or not, but you are walking on the thin line in between life and death. Saying that your anemia this time isn't a big deal because it wasn't a big deal before is a big mistake. So is this what she sensed during that time? At the same time she went into Bloodlust? Because it did seem like she realized something, but I don't know. I'll get off that. She looks directly into my eyes coldly. Look, Shiki, your resistance to death by external means is higher than that of most people. That is probably because you've already faced death once before. But on the other hand, you almost have no resistance to death from internal causes. That anemia of yours, it wouldn't be strange if you die from it. What are you saying? Are you saying I'll get killed by something like a cold? Shiki, I'm trying to warn you seriously. I'm glad you came, but you have to think about your health first. Okay, I'm honestly glad. I was honestly wondering if Ark was gonna like make a fuss that Shiki was not in good condition. I was hoping she was, but I didn't know if she was. So I'm glad that she is. So just go back for now and rest. She draws me closer to her. She really must be worried about me because she's totally defenseless as we get closer. Before I can pull back, her chest touches mine. Thump. My head is assailed with another different kind of dizziness than usual. All the things I didn't realize before, the softness of her breasts, the whiteness of her skin, her beautiful golden hair, her womanly charm. Arcuid, please get away. What, you're saying you can't trust the word of a vampire like me? Why are you saying that all of a sudden, idiot? There's no way I won't trust you. Liar. Then why can't you look at me? Did you get away from me because of a personal issue? I'm a guy, so if you get this close, it's a little troubling. Giving a small voice of surprise, Arcuid steps back. Ooh. For the time being, the racking dual dizziness brought about by my anemia and Arcuid subsides. That sprite is so cute. I guess she finally realized her situation, and she looks at me embarrassedly. That idiot. Seeing her do that makes me think she's incredibly cute, that's what I'm saying. This is troubling. I said stop. I mumble that quietly so not be heard. Those words are not directly to her, but to me for being excited by her. There really is something wrong. No matter how pretty she is, she's a vampire. Just what am I thinking for getting something like that? I mean, come on, Shiki. Anyways, I'm not that beat to have you start worrying about me. Besides, if I was attacked like I was last night again, I might really die. So I can't take my time doing this. Oh yeah, we gotta tell her about this. Eh? Shiki, what did you just say? I said if I was attacked like I was last night again, I might really die. He is trying too, so we have to find him as soon as possible. Saying that, I suddenly remember. I forgot. Last night I was attacked by one of those dead. Last night? After we parted? Yeah. It was entirely wrapped in bandages and was waiting for me by the mansion. Arcuid's expression suddenly turned serious. I can't believe it. How could you forget something so important? I couldn't help it. I've been through stranger things today. Oh well, more than that, please tell me in detail what happened, Shiki. With serious eyes, Arcuid interrogates me on what happened. Let's see. I calm down and I describe as clearly as I can what happened last night. But I don't tell her that the bandaged man was seeing the lines of death. That's kind of important, bro. I can't prove it, so maybe it might have been just my mistake. Yeah, that's how it was. Finishing my explanation, I read Arcuid's expression. From when I started until now, her eyes remain sharp without any gentleness. So what is it, Arcuid? That bandaged man and that person wearing those robes like some priest, are they enemies of yours? Yes. Both of them are enemies. I don't know just who or what that bandaged man is, but that woman wearing those Catholic robes I have an idea about. She narrows her eyes as if she was in a bad mood. No, she looks less like she was in a bad mood and more like she's irritated. I may know the person who helped you, Shiki. Man, if it's really her, she'll probably be able to find the enemy before me. She bites her lip vexedly. Wait a minute. I didn't say that person was a woman, though. No, there's no mistake. That woman is the only agent given authority to hunt heretics alone and who uses black keys that combine the cremation rite and the steel shell effect. That's more detailed than I ever knew. Her irritability is almost like hostility. Even when she spoke about Nero, her voice was never saturated with emotion to this extent. Arcuid, that person who helped me, is she a vampire? Of course not. She's a member of those who see vampires as their enemy. doesn't exist in this country, but there's an organization that considers vampires or beastmen as heretics and goes around killing them. The one who helped you was the most troublesome of that kind, exorcists. That's strange. The burial agency wouldn't have sent an agent this soon. Marguerite speaks softly to herself. I can't understand what the hell she's talking about. Exorcist? Like a priest or something? It's not wrong, but it's not quite right either. Well, it would take a long time to explain, so just know for now that there are those who go around exterminating vampires. She tells me to just understand, but... More importantly, why did you fight? You said you'd team up with me, but you never said you'd fight by yourself. Because I didn't want to die. She glares at me. She seems seriously concerned about my safety. It's not fair, Shiki. Keeping it a secret, having all that fun by yourself? Or not? Now, how did you jump to that insane conclusion? Huh? You weren't trying to hide your monopoly on prey from me? He says something so absurd with a straight face. Idiot, that's not it at all. Fighting him was just a turn of events. Just a turn of events. Just a turn of events. I don't plan to fight with the dead or vampires without you. Oh? What kind of turn of events? My sense of justice as a normal person, or something like that. I kind of regret it now. Justice? He tilts her head as if to say, what's that? Yeah, I don't know. Guess we'll find out in Stay Night. Yeah, I was painfully shown yesterday it is just a justification. Back then, when I realized there was a figure in front of me, there was only fear. That thing, that guy, I knew right away he wasn't normal, but all I could do was tremble. And then I brought out my knife to meet him and began a fight to the death. You can't kill someone using a cheap notion like justice. People kill to preserve their own life. That's the most primitive, simple logic of the beasts. That logic, at that time, if that person resembling Senpai hadn't come, I probably would have executed that action without hesitating. Arguing. The person who came to help me, can you tell me a little more about her? There's nothing more to tell. She's an inquisitor for the church. But I said earlier, the group that's like a nemesis to all vampires. This burial agency, not so much exorcists as murderers, no, killing machines, are a specialized group responsible for dealing with heretics. I'm very surprised that their eyes reach even in the Far East. Marguerite crosses her arms while deep in thought. She looks devoid of emotion, entirely different from before. She's serious. She might be thinking more seriously about this than the enemy she's after. Arguing. I don't quite understand, but those exorcists hunt vampires, right? And aren't you their target too? I ask her that because I'm a little worried. Of course not. They are only natural enemies of the dead apostles. We don't fundamentally mess with each other, so there cannot even be a fight. But if she is who I think she is, then she has to be armed with the 7th Holy Scripture. There is the danger of her getting there first. Oh yeah, getting there first. I can't quite grasp what she's saying. So Archimede is at least aware enough of course, Xiao going after Roa. Like, you know, why else would she be here? And knowing that she's probably armed with the counter to Roa, as we've seen. I don't get the details, but it seems like Archimede doesn't appreciate the emergence of this person who resembles Senpai entering the stage. And if Xiao just gets rid of Roa her way, then Art can't get her power back, so that's... I get that. Well, I guess it doesn't concern me. Well then, now that we're calmed down, shall we begin? I didn't come here for nothing. So maybe we should at least, we should find at least one of the dead. Jeez, what are you saying with such a pale face? You got off topic because you said something weird, but didn't I tell you to pay more attention to your body? Archimede glares at me. I didn't think she was before, but she does seem honestly concerned about me. Okay, your body's more unstable than most people, so if you don't rest at a time like this, you're risking your life. You pass out a lot, not because of anemia, but because your body understands it's in danger. Your body senses the danger before you do, so it stops working to prevent your body from getting any worse. Ah, there you go. Like when Harry's scar starts hurting, danger's afoot. When the wound starts hurting, when it starts bleeding. It honestly makes sense why it started bleeding a bit and started reacting the other night, and then Roa showed up right after. Like, of course, that's no coincidence. He was active. For real? There's no reason for me to lie, right? Anyway, I warned you. Whether you believe me or not is up to you, Shiki. Up to me? Well, I don't think there's any reason for you to lie to me. As I speak, I sink deep into thought. I always thought I passed out because my body was weak from anemia, But now she's saying it's because my body is trying to protect me, like it's a safety switch? What is this? And yeah, like, as far as, like, when I think about the particular times he's passed out, like, to think even that, like, besides the wound hurting, like, that's the defense mechanism is, crazy. Anyway, we won't go investigating tonight. I don't think the enemy will reappear until his wound is healed, and if he appeared by your house without using the dead, that means he doesn't have any left. He says this all severely. If she says so, I can't argue. In the first place, it's impossible for me to go look for vampires by myself. Alright. If you say so, Archimedes, I'll rest for tonight. Yes, please do. Not only did you get attacked last night, but your body is so weak now. It'll be troublesome if you don't sleep tonight and return to your normal self by tomorrow. I see. It's true that I can't really help you in this condition. Okay, I'll get myself fixed by tomorrow. No, that's not it. It's boring talking to you when you're like this, so I just want you to be back to normal, that's all. Alright, Ark. She almost seems disappointed. I knew it was useless to try and understand her. I'll be heading back to the mansion. See you tomorrow, Archimedes. Raising a hand, I start my walk back. Hey, Shiki. Archimedes stops me. What? Is there something else? Could I escort you home? She averts her gaze and speaks hesitantly. In her own way, she really is worried about what happened last night. Thinking that, I guess it's not that bad. Oh, before I can say yeah, I suddenly stop. Wait. Aren't you forgetting your vow you made just now, Shiki? No matter how pretty she is, Archimedes is a vampire. I can't forget that. If I relate myself to Archimedes more than necessary, I feel I'll cross a line that I should never cross. I mean, can't deny your feels, boy. Cut it out. I don't need to be worried about you. Don't do things that don't suit you, stupid. Oh, yeah, just a little. For just an instant, Archimedes looks down, but then raises her head. Then see you tomorrow. Waving her hand goodbye energetically, the white-clothed vampire walks off into the darkness of the night. Yeah, they're teasing that attraction some more. But good talk. Good talk, yeah. Obviously knowing the anemia-like symptoms were of course caused by the connection, but you know, I don't think I ever really thought about, like, besides the wound opening and hurting and bleeding and all that him passing out as well is a defense mechanism. I actually didn't know that, so there you go. Learned something there. DNM. In my dream, I'm staring at the moon. I can't remember where I am or why I'm looking up at it. Maybe I looked up into the night sky, not wanting to see anything, and the moon happened to be there. My back creaks. Coursing through my veins is an image of coldness. A solitary darkness that makes me dizzy. A radiant moon that sickens my heart. Strange. The overwhelming coldness feels more like a sense of nostalgia. Shiki-sama. I can hear Hisui's voice mingling with the morning lights. Shiki-sama, it is time. Please wake up. Her inflectionless voice awakens me. As soon as I wake up, terrible things enter my vision. I get a headache like I was just shot in the head. I almost lose my just awakened consciousness. Before I fade away completely, I quickly grab my glasses. Shiki-sama, are you not feeling well? No, I'm just a little tired from yesterday. I'll be alright, so don't worry. Lightly shaking my head, I clear my head of what I was seeing. Last night, I forced myself to keep my promise with Archimedes so my body isn't back to normal yet. Good morning, Hisui. Thanks for coming to wake me up, as always. Sitting up in bed, I do my best to smile naturally. No, this is my duty. There's no need for you to thank me, Shiki-sama. Really, but I am grateful. You are infinitely better than an alarm clock. What a compliment. I stand up. It's not yet 7 o'clock, about 10 minutes earlier than I usually get up. Breakfast? I'll be there soon, so please go ahead of me. Yes, I'll wait for you in the sitting room. Giving a bow, Hisui exits the room. Well then, I'm still feeling a little sluggish, but it's not so bad that I have to skip school. I'm sure after I eat the breakfast Kohaku-san prepared, I'll feel a lot better. I feel really bad for Hisui, because just by being Shiki and progressing through the story and whatever dangerous shit he gets into, he's just always worrying her. Like, and she knows that we're still going out. Like, we already made the promise before. Like, she's like, I'm gonna tell Akiya. And I know she's like troubled by it. But I don't, you know. I really hate that she got in trouble for Shiki before. As usual, Akiya is sitting on the sofa and Hisui is waiting by the wall. Good morning, Nissan. Did you sleep well last night? Akiya greets me calmly as I enter the room. She doesn't know I left last night. Since she was so worried, I feel guilty for sneaking out. Yeah, good morning, Akiya. You're up early today, too. No, I'm like always. Nissan? As if reading my mind, she looks directly at me. Is there something on my face, Akiya? No, that isn't it. Nissan, are you really alright? You still do not look well, so if you are still sick, maybe it is better for you to just rest today. Oh, that's it. I relaxed, realizing she did not find out about last night. No, I'm really okay. I'll be better sooner or later, so please don't look so worried. Okay. If you say so, Nissan, then I will not say anything. She goes quiet, still looking worried. It's quite rare for you to be convinced this quickly. It's not like you. Hey, I'm always sensible. I only warn you because you're the one with the problems. So please do not blame me for your imperfections. She glares at me. Oh, that's more like it. Hey, Hisui, doesn't it not feel like morning unless Akiya gets harsh? She ain't gonna say shit. Is it because I suddenly called out to her or because she doesn't know what to say? Hisui neither confirms nor denies my statement. See? Look, Akiya, Hisui thinks so too. Don't be foolish. Hisui doesn't say anything because she is surprised. Wrinkling her forehead in a frown, Akiya glares again. Also, I've always wanted to say this, but you rely on Hisui too much. You have been sleeping since yesterday, so it would have been fine if you woke up earlier. But you always wake up late. Are you slacking off because Hisui does not say anything? What, you make it sound like I'm causing her trouble. Interesting thought. Not like you are causing her trouble. Hey, don't you think so, Hisui? Hisui still doesn't say anything and stands there quietly. See? Hisui says she thinks so too. Come on, you both are doing the thing with her. No way. She didn't say anything. Poor Hisui. Hisui is silent. But her silence feels like she's agreeing more with Akiya, yeah. Ugh. I feel like it's now 2 against 1. Shiki-san. Breakfast is ready. With great timing, Kohaku-san's voice echoes through the room. I'm gonna go eat. I quickly head towards the dining room. Those glares. I feel the silent pressure of the two behind me drilling into my back. After breakfast, I head back to the sitting room. Akiya isn't there, and Hisui is the only one standing. Huh? Akiya left for school already? Yes. It is also time for you to go to school as well, Shiki-sama. Ah, it's already 20 after. I guess I should get going soon. To be honest, I still don't feel too good, but I'm sure I'll return to normal soon. Sorry, Hisui, but can you get my bag from my room? I'm going to wash my face. As you wish. After getting all my preparations done, I leave the mansion. Holding my bag, Hisui sees me off at the entrance. I'll be going. I'm not sure when I'll be back, but probably by dinner. Probably. Yes, I will be waiting. She gives a silent bow. There's a trace of uneasiness in her face. Hisui, are you feeling sick? No, it is not me, but you do not appear well. I am unsure if it is a good idea to let you go. Aw, she's worried too. She speaks hesitantly. I'm alright. I don't feel great, but just a little heavy. Geez, both you and Akiya like to worry a lot. Is that so? If it is just us, then that will be fine, but... If it is just us... Geez, I'll come back early today and rest, so that should be good, right? I won't overdo anything, so don't look like that. Yes, forgive me, Shiki-sama. Have we ever seen Hisui talk to her sister? Does she not want Kohaku to worry? I'm probably reading too much into that. She still looks very worried. I'm off. I'll be better by the time I get back, so please relax, because I actually don't know their relationship with each other. If there even, like, is one at this point. Ah, Shiki-sama. I ignore her and leave the mansion. I feel like that's gonna be the thing until we get to her route. Poor Hisui. The image of Hisui watching me uneasily remains in my head. I head towards school. My feet are heavy and it feels like I'm in another person's body as I head down the hill. It's probably just the weariness from last night. Even though I thought I would recover right away, the sluggishness doesn't fade. Hold on, let me drink from my giant water gallon. It's 10 minutes until 8. The school gate is flooded with arriving students. Ah, by the gate I see a familiar figure. Xiao Senpai. It's a completely normal morning scene. But what I saw that time... If it wasn't for that, it would be a normal morning. Not even knowing what I plan on doing, I chase after Senpai. Senpai, I call after her.
Oh, good morning, Tono-kun. It's strange meeting you out here.
Yeah, I saw your figure from behind, so I ran after you, Senpai. There was something I wanted to ask. I sneak a look at her face.
Yes, what is it?
She faces me with her usual gentle smile. Senpai, 2 nights ago, were you near my house? In a black coat and a skirt flowing in the wind?
What are you talking about?
Well, yeah, the high-lace boot suited you. I was kind of fascinated. You looked really cool.
Huh?
Senpai tilts her head. She frowns like she doesn't understand my words completely and then denies it.
I don't quite understand, but you're saying I was near your house 2 nights ago, looking like that?
Yeah. Senpai, that was you, right?
No way. Tono-kun, are you saying I look like I really have that much free time?
I remember this exact combo. Senpai is really angry. She can't be playing dumb or lying. No, that's not it, but I just saw someone that looked like you in park last night, so... Senpai gives a sigh.
Tono-kun, that wasn't me. I don't have that kind of hobby.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to ask. Certainly after having her say that, she is right. Teal Senpai and the person that night aren't related at all. In the first place, Senpai's just a normal person, and if she was actually there, she had to have seen me fight that bandage guy with my knife. If she saw such a gruesome scene, there'd be no way she could talk with me normally like this. Sorry, please forget about it. I guess it was just someone else.
That's fine, but did that person really look like me? That weird person?
Well, I'm not too sure. It was dark and far away. Huh? Yeah, it was far and I couldn't make out her face. Why did I think it looked like Senpai? Maybe there is something wrong with me. I cross my arms and I think. Then the 10-minute bell rings. Fuck, that keeps scaring me. Crap, we'll be late. Bye, Senpai, see you later. I dash into my classroom. It's still 5 minutes before class, so it's very noisy inside. Arihiko isn't here. Wait, what? Knowing him, he'll probably come in around second period. Okay. Yeah, let's hope so. Lunchtime. It looks like Arihiko's not coming. Inui Arihiko and Yumizuka Satsuki are the 2 people absent today. Ooh, jeez, that hurts. Yumizuka Satsuki is caught a cold or something, and she will be absent for a while. Yeah, cold or something. Senpai doesn't seem to be coming too, so I guess I'll eat by myself. But what happened with Arihiko? I say that, but I'm not hungry. What is it? I didn't feel so good to begin with, but after coming to school, I feel a lot worse. It's not just my body feeling heavy. The scar on my chest is irritating. It's an annoying sensation. Maybe I shouldn't have come to school. For a brief moment, I see the worrying faces of Hisui and Akiya in my mind. Maybe the fact that I ignored Akiya's wishes for me to rest last night and instead went to see Arkubi might have caused this. Being worn out by just sitting, I start to feel strange uneasiness. Class has started already. Which class was it? Can't remember today's 5th period lesson. Even though I look at the blackboard and stare at the marks left behind by the teacher's chalk, I still don't know what class this is. Oh boy. I can't read it. The letters start to flow like water and mix together like some sort of hallucination. Ugh. I feel like I'm going to throw up. Dizziness. My mind starts to slide away. Doing the cha-cha slide. Click, click. Tremble, tremble. Creak, creak. Wobble, wobble. This chair. Those noises stick out. Incompatibility. Where is that inconsistency coming from? I can't settle this feeling of something being out of place throughout my body. Oh yeah, you're sensing something incompatible. It fills me to the brim, as if my bones are sliding out of place in their joints. Yes, since my joints are out of place, it causes the unnatural feeling. My corpse is burning unseen smoke and crumbling away. Click, click, tremble, tremble, creak, creak, wobble, wobble. I fall from my chair. A girl screams. I hear the footsteps of the teacher running to me. Even though I've completely passed out, I calmly watch myself from far away. What follows is like always. Oh boy. Collapsed from my anemia, I was carried to the clinic where I slept until I recovered. Since I had a fever of over 38 degrees Celsius past 7 o'clock, the school's closing time, the nurse called my house for someone to pick me up and went home. And this resulted in... Well, I did not expect to see Kohaku-san at school.
Are you okay, Shiki-san? You still have a fever, so please do not hesitate to lean on my shoulder.
Yeah, that's how it is. No, I'm alright. I can at least walk, so please don't worry. Stepping away from Kohaku-san, I attempt to bluff my way out of it. Jeez, it's embarrassing enough for Kohaku-san to come pick me up. The day I lean on her shoulders too, I'll die.
Oh, that's not good, forcing yourself like that. It isn't your fault that your body is weak, Shiki-san, so you can ask for help a little. I won't tell Akiya-sama or Hisui-chan, so it's okay to depend on me for now.
With a gentle smile, she takes my hand. Yes, sorry. Blushing furiously, I meekly do as she says. Certainly, I might collapse if I continue to be stubborn.
There's a car waiting outside, so please hold on until then.
Pulling my hand, Kohaku-san starts to walk. This isn't good. Just walking makes me incredibly dizzy. I depend upon Kohaku-san to lead me to the stairwell as I hold on to my consciousness. Oh boy, what's gonna happen here? Huh? Why am I going up to the second floor? Kohaku-san, this isn't the right way. I call out to her. There's no response. No, not only that, I don't feel her hand or even see her. I think you're just going on your own, bro. Kohaku-san? I use all of my foggy consciousness to look around me. Also, what happened to her? There's no one in the hallway. Only the moonlight streaming from the window is vivid. I swear, if it happens again, that Kohaku-san gets the side effects of Shiki going, oh my god. It comes suddenly. The sound of my heartbeat, and the chill that races up my spine. Thump, tap, thump, tap, thump, tap, thump, tap, thump, tap, thump, tap, 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 tap. In the darkness, the footsteps draw closer. This is similar to the fear I felt from that one time. I think I know who this is. Kohaku-san. I call her name. Not to call for help, but to tell her to escape. I frantically call her name. Kohaku-san, Kohaku-san, Kohaku-san. Where is she? I don't see her anywhere. The footsteps are near me now. At least, I want Kohaku-san to escape here unharmed. Oh, I forgot his voice. What was his voice before? Whatever. What's your new canon voice? It's use. No, it's too silly.
It's useless, Shiki. She's already done.
Wait, what? I hear a voice. In the darkness in front of me is the bandaged man who tried to kill me that night. Bro, I swear to God, if you killed Kohaku, I'm gonna fucking... why is it... I feel like I know this person's face.
You sure aren't lucky. If I knew it was like this, I wouldn't have waited for you in front of the mansion.
The footsteps draw closer. I try to move, but I can only totter along. I guess I push my body too hard every day. Seems like my body, at the very last moment, broke down.
This is the end, so I'll tell you. This is my lair now.
I hear a stabbing sound. In his hands, a knife. The silver blade pierces directly into my heart. Silver, huh? I collapse to the ground. I feel death working its way from my very fingertips. My mind fades away drop by drop. In that process, with my fading mind, I look up at the sky. I have nowhere else to look, so I just look there. The blue moon is in the night sky. How stupid. I'm about to die, but I am charmed by such an ordinary thing. Then I fucking die. When is this memory from? In a forest like a black veil. On that terrible night. Wait. Just like this, I was staring only at the moon. Wait, on a night, like in the prologue. Wait, fuck. I got an end? Wait, what? Oh, CL, please educate me. What the fuck did I do wrong? Wow, I'm legitimately surprised by that bad ending.
Hello. The hidden corner for the poor lost Tono-kun who ended up in a dead end without knowing his left from his right. It is time for Teach Me, CL-sensei.
I see.
Oh, you have come to the 5th period. I think there are lots of Tono-kuns who fall into this end.
I imagine so.
For it is your divine punishment. Regret your own unluckiness for associating with such a woman.
Oh, I should have rested that one time. I shouldn't have gone out to meet her. And I guess since she wanted me to rest anyway, I can just explain that later and it'll be fine. Okay. So I fucked up for pushing Shiki too hard and it... Okay, got you.
Why, you're not one to talk, Ciel. After all, your goal from the beginning was always beep.
Now then, oh. Okay.
Normally there would be no chance of salvation, but some of you came here in spite of rejecting that Sunny vampire. Sunny, even though she's a vampire, I'm picking a fight. So I'll throw out a lifeboat. There are about 3 reasons you came to this dead end, but to avoid it, you have to reassure your sister sometimes, you have to indulge a stupid woman's selfishness sometimes, to find a dirty vampire, try going to a very dirty place.
Okay, shit, let me write this down. I can't tab out to write a note, so I'll just do it in my phone. Okay, so reassure Akiya. Indulge stupid woman selfishness, so I guess arcs. To find a dirty vampire, go to a very dirty place. To find Roa? Maybe, but I'll just put dirty vampire. Okay. And some of these reasons might be like past the point where I've gone, because apparently you can maybe reach this dead end, and again for multiple reasons, like she said. So, wow, I've legit hit the first brick wall. Okay,
that's about it. Hey Ciel, I don't get this. Question denied. Or so I'd like to say, but there seem to be many questions on this, so I will answer it. DNM is D is for dizzy, N is for not healthy,
M for mood. Okay, so I was wondering about the chapter title. Thank you for explaining that.
That's the same initials as Dark Night Moon. It's a small play on words. I see. That's weird. Why that little?
Well, this ends the lesson this time. See, I'm not a fan of Neko arc. I guess that makes sense.
Everyone, please remember to use proper Japanese.
Alright, fair enough. I can't wait for Carnival Phantasm, man. Oh my god. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna revisit some saves here. I guess the first of which I will try is to rest when Akiya tells me to. I'll start there and we'll see what happens. So let's go to that save. Pretty sure that was the last choice I did as well. It's the only save I have from this session, actually. She looks me and I with a serious expression. Okay. I'll do as she says. We'll see if this changes anything. This alone, rather. Because maybe before I have the other prerequisites, but this might just be the deciding factor I need. I don't know, we'll see. I guess it can't be helped. I'm afraid I'll make her cry if I keep going against her. Alright, I'm going to sleep for today. Saying that, I lie down.
Really? You're not going to sneak out of the room later?
No, I get it. To tell the truth, my body feels incredibly heavy. I don't think I could sneak outside.
Thank goodness.
Akiya breathes out and relaxes visibly.
Hisui, tell Kohaku that Nissan is awake. Nissan, what about dinner?
Oh yeah. Well, Tokohaku-san, I'm sorry, but I don't think I can eat right now. Just going to go to sleep.
I understand. And Hisui, tell Kohaku that.
Still looking downcast, Hisui nods and leaves the room. Now then, lying in bed, I start to feel sleepy again. Like this, I bet I could fall asleep in less than a minute. But before that, Akiya, there's a place like that in the garden?
Yes. When we were children, we used to play there often.
Oh, for some reason I don't remember it well. Yeah, I really did forget all about it. And one more thing. It's a weird question, but when we were kids, wasn't there another kid with us? Oh boy. Huh? She tilts her head like she doesn't understand what I'm saying. I guess not. There couldn't have been another kid. But if that's true, how strange. That scene I saw in my dream, and the dream I saw in the clearing. If these two are the same, then it doesn't make sense unless there's another kid that was killed. No, it's nothing. Just talking about another route.
Is that so? Then good night, Nissan. Please rest well.
Yeah, I'll do that. As soon as I answer her, I fall asleep as fast as if I had passed out again. So I'm really seeing now why the reveal in the CL route after playing Arc route, I see why it's not as jarring as when I got it. I was like, whoa, wait, what the fuck? Like, cause we would see glimpses of the clearing in the CL route like a few times, but it didn't really go into it more than that, I don't think, to this extent. But anyway, day 9. Shout out to Sean Plot. Vermilion Crimson Moon 1.
Tweet, tweet, tweet.
Is the window open? I can hear the soft singing of birds from the garden and of the timeline. A cool breeze blows across my face. I feel the sunlight hitting my eyelids. A quiet, gentle atmosphere. A gentle morning. Morning? I guess I fell asleep last night as Akiya cared for me and slept till now. Lying down, my body feels heavy, but I feel much better than I did yesterday. Yay, there you go. I decide to open my eyes and sit up. And oh my god. That kind of scared me, dude. That kind of fucking scared me.
The little rascal finally woke up.
I see Arcuide's face right in front of mine. My brain goes blank and stops working due to this unexpected event. That legit kind of shocked me. My mouth opens and closes, but my voice seems to be missing. Seriously, what's going on? Arcuide is in front of me. This is my room. It's past 9 o'clock in the morning. She's come inside, still wearing her shoes. That's all I know for now. At least take off your shoes, Arc. Jeez. You?
Liar. We promised to meet again yesterday.
She must be in a pretty bad mood as her red eyes have lost their usual beauty. No, not lost at all. Being this close, her beauty is more vivid than usual. Arcuide glares at me as I lay in bed. Wait, Arcuide. Why are you in my room this morning? I start to shout, but I stop myself. If I shouted now, Hisui would come here and it would all be over. Everything is still chaotic, but my brain can grasp that much. Anyway, move. Just going into someone's room threatening a sleeping person, don't you know how awful that is?
What's with that attitude? I came here because you broke your promise. Sleeping while making someone wait. Just what in the world were you planning?
She stares at me ill-temperedly. I calm down. That's right. I really did break my promise to meet Arcuide last night. I finally understand the situation. I understand why Arcuide's angry. I understand, but to do this, to come into someone's room still wearing shoes like that, what does she intend to do? I like how that's like the thing he keeps coming back to. Oh, the cultural difference. Seeing that the window is open, she probably came in through there. I see, since I broke my promise, I'm at fault here. Sneaking in here is going a little far, you know?
This is in your house, Shiki.
She gives a quick retort. Oh, wait, what? Did she kidnap us?
You know, I really was angry before. I waited for many hours, and as soon as I realized you weren't coming, I got so incredibly angry. I was thinking I would never let this happen again, and I'd rip your throat out.
She speaks, still looking ill-tempered.
You get it, Shiki? That feeling, I couldn't resist it. Even though I know I should calm down, the more I thought about it, the angrier I got.
As if she still felt that way, her red eyes seemed to blame me. Yeah, I guess you can't help yourself. Giving thanks to God my neck is still attached, I keep the conversation going.
Isn't it? And I snuck in here, but since you were sleeping, I decided to wait. At least I wanted to hear your excuse. Since I didn't have anything to do, I watched your sleeping face. Yeah, your sleeping face was very quiet. It was almost scary. Sleeping like you were dead, I started feeling uneasy because I thought that maybe you would never wake up. I sighed. You were uneasy, then you should have woke me. I'm uneasy when you're next to me. But I thought it would be a waste. I don't know what I look like when I sleep, but I thought it would be real good if I slept like you did. I wondered why you looked so peaceful while I watched you sleep. While I was doing that, my anger disappeared, and then you woke up.
And you've been here this whole time? From last night until now?
Yeah. People from this house came in a few times, but I hid myself, so it was okay.
Alright, I'm glad you addressed that.
A girl also came to wake you up, but I didn't like her, so I sent her away.
Wait, what? How'd you send her away? Did you imitate Shiki's voice? Or you just straight up was like, go away, and Hisui was like, okay, turns around. Arcueid laughs brightly. Wait, you sent her away? How?
I wasn't rough. Didn't I tell you before that vampires have mystic eyes of enchantment?
Ah, right.
I merely used suggestion on her, saying that Shiki has already gone to school and didn't leave any memory of her meeting me.
No memory? You really are a troublesome person. Well, even if she is troublesome, at least she took care not to be detected. Bring my hands to my head as I sigh. Alright, sorry for yesterday, Arcueid. I don't know if this is making up for it, but I won't break any more promises. Yeah, I promise. I look her right in the eyes, I declare this, and I like how Shiki is just not... doesn't go straight to making an excuse like, oh, yeah, Arc, I feel fucking awful. That's why I went to bed, and Akiya, you know, pressured me, and I did it for her. Like, I wanted to go meet with you, but he doesn't go there. And granted, it's, you know, justified, you know, as awful as he felt, but he's more bent on the fact, like, you know what, you're right. I broke my promise. I won't break it again.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Because I now realize your revenge is scary. Still lying down, I raise my hands in surrender. All of a sudden, her bad mood disappears completely. Arcueid gives a satisfied nod and says, alright. Arcueid finally gets away from the bed. He's sneaking onto someone's bed like that. Didn't you think about how hard the sheets would be to clean if you left a mess from your shoes? Complaining, alright, so shoes on the bed is gross. Complaining, I get up from bed. Arcueid stands in the center of the room watching me as I slowly rouse myself from bed. Hey, what are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm just waiting for you to change. You're not going to go out in those clothes, right?
Well, yeah. No one walks around in pajamas. Wait, Arcueid?
Yeah, I was thinking we spend the day together, Shiki. You said you'd make up for breaking your promise, didn't you?
Ah. So for breaking the promise and now having to make it up, we get to go on a date with Arc. Arcueid says this casually as if it was the most natural thing in the world. Today, all day, what are you saying? I have school.
Hey, you even said you were sure. Are you choosing school over me, Shiki?
Who in their right mind would do that? She's got me there. So here's... Okay, so as I thought, part of this series of choices to not end at that bad end, we're past the point that I got to. So, indulge Arc's selfishness. Got it. Okay, let's create a save. I'm gonna end here. Sorry about that. I want to go longer, but I'm gonna make sure to play in a couple days, and I'll try to make the next part longer, like the previous part before this, and the next part after that I'll try to make it longer as well. But yeah, I look forward to going on this date with Arc and seeing whatever the hell happens next, and whatever going to the dirty place means with the other part of avoiding that bad end with Roa, I suppose. So I guess we'll see when we go on this date. I look forward to it. More Arc cuteness. She's probably the most adorable character in Type Moon that I've seen. Like, her sprites are perfect. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'm liking the progress in this route. You know, we're really getting into shit now. I'm liking all the information that I'm getting. That you know, while in the beginning of the route, a lot of it is repeated, but also like You know, I was even told that as far as like how someone becomes a vampire, like that process, the steps they have to get to, and if they can survive that point and get to the next point, that wasn't explained in the CL route. So that is something new that I learned, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it now. You know, I've been enjoying it this whole time, but it feels good to like you know, get all this fundamental information and then really get into the route. So yeah, at the risk of being redundant, I'm gonna end it there. So once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.